Hi, this is All This Science, the science podcast that describes an interesting aspect of science in 5 minutes or less. I'm Austin.
And I'm Mark. We're the guest podcasters for today's episode where we'll be discussing potholes.
For our listeners who do not know, potholes are simply divots or holes in the pavement that we drive on. They can range from small bumps in the road to huge hazards that can potentially damage your car if you hit them.
There's nothing worse than when you are driving and you hit a huge pothole. In many cases, they can pop tires, damage bumpers, and suspension. Here, where Austin and I live, Winnipeg, Manitoba, potholes are something that everyone is very familiar with.
That's right. Potholes are such a big problem that the municipal government has a budget of $1.8 million just to fix them.
Now that you're familiar with what potholes are, let's get down to the science behind them. Let's start with some basic information. Pavement, or asphalt, is a combination between bitumen and crushed limestone. Bitumen is a petroleum byproduct that is very viscous and black in color, similar to tar.
This mixture is heated and poured to create the roads we drive on every day. This mixture erodes over time, most evidently in the form of potholes.
The main reason potholes form is because of cracks in the pavement. The erosion of the pavement is caused by oxidation, UV rays, and freeze-thaw cycles. When the pavement cracks, it allows water to enter the soil beneath the road. We see the most erosion in roads during very rainy seasons.
When water freezes, it expands, putting pressure on the road above. You often see the pavement physically raised because of the ice beneath it. Then, when the water melts and vacates the space that the ice once took up, it creates a cavity beneath the surface of the pavement. This is why potholes are commonly found on roads with poor water drainage.
Then, when heavy vehicles drive on top of that cavity, the pavement collapses, leaving a pothole in the road. The potholes mainly form in fall and spring, when we experience loss of rain, and the temperature fluctuates between freezing and non-freezing many times. The severity of the pothole directly correlates to how many freeze and thaw cycles occur in the given season.
So now we're left with a huge pothole in the road. Now what? If potholes require an immediate fix during the fall and spring months, the city of Winnipeg uses a temporary cold mix asphalt that simply fills the hole so the cars don't get damaged. A permanent solution is not used simply because the conditions would not allow for it to properly be fixed.
This solution is not good because no bond between the asphalt and the pavement is made, so water can continue to gather below the surface and undergo the freezing and thawing cycle again. But then, during the summer, a permanent solution is applied to that pothole.
A slightly more permanent way to fix potholes is by using a pressurized emulsion patch. This patch uses a combination of hot emulsified asphalt oil and crushed limestone chips. The machine uses lots of pressure to force the mix into the pothole, filling all crevices and displacing some water too. The hot asphalt oil prevents water from getting back under the road.
Essentially, this is just packing the pothole with gravel. Although this patch is much better than the cold mix, it only lasts around 6 to 8 months before having to be repaired again. You often see this method being used on busy roadways where heavy traffic helps compact the limestone and makes for a more permanent fix.
A more permanent alternative to the emulsion method is the patch method. This repair requires the rough edges of the pothole to be cut out, creating a square or rectangular hole. This allows the patch to adhere to strong, undamaged cement. The hole is then coated and filled with an asphalt mixture and packed down using a vibratory roller.
This patch does require more time and better weather than the other quick patches, but it provides a much longer solution.
The best option to patching potholes is the hot mix patch, which is a permanent solution.
This patch uses hot asphalt. It requires dry weather and a clean surface to adhere to. This patch also requires the most labor to be successful.
The pothole and surrounding surface must either be blown or swept out to clear all the dirt and debris. Once the surface is clean, the pothole must be coated in emulsified asphalt oil. This allows a watertight bond between the new asphalt and the old pavement. The hot mix can be poured into the hole. To finish the job, the asphalt must be compacted by a plate compactor or roller.
Once the asphalt dries, the patch creates a seal which does not allow water to enter under the road surface. The patch is hard and dense, creating a good stable surface to drive on.
The future of pothole solutions is very promising, as advancements such as self-healing asphalt are currently in development and being tested around the world.
Self-healing asphalt is currently being tested on highways in the Netherlands. It is made by mixing steel wool fibers into the bitumen, making it conductive.
Then, when the asphalt is damaged and the bitumen is no longer bonded with the limestone, an induction machine can heat up only the conductive bitumen by creating a magnetic field. This remelts the material and allows the bond with the limestone to reform.
This allows the pavement to last almost twice as long as normal.
That's all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode on potholes.
Thank you for listening to All This Science. If you want to contact us, please email allthisscience@gmail.com.